Hi, welcome to our channel Programming of Mind, where we accelerate your knowledge with concise, from high-value book summaries. Let's begin redefining success beyond trophies and title. Success for high performers often begins with achievement, money, status, recognition. But over time, many realize true success is not found in applause. It's found in peace, contribution, and alignment with values. A man named Trevor built and sold a company before age 30. He had everything on the outside, but felt empty inside. So he shifted gears, began mentoring young entrepreneurs, and found joy again. Another story comes from Alina, who left a high-paying job in finance to teach yoga and wellness in underprivileged communities. She says she's never felt richer. When your idea of success matures, your actions shift from proving to contributing. The world may applaud your trophies, but your soul will celebrate your truth. Designing a life, not just a career, top performers eventually realize that work is just one part of a meaningful life. They don't just climb ladders, they build lives. A designer named Kayla maps out her ideal day every year. Not her dream job, but her dream routine. She then adjusts her business and habits to get closer to that ideal. Another story is from Leo, who decided to stop chasing promotions and start chasing experiences, travel, art, fatherhood. He still works, but now on his terms. Designing your life means asking deeper questions. What do I want my mornings to feel like? Who do I want to spend my time with? What legacy do I want to leave? When you answer these, your life begins to reflect your heart, not just your resume. Letting go of the need to always do more. The high achiever trap is always doing more. But top performers eventually learn that doing less, better, brings more joy and more impact. A woman named Nina used to say yes to every project. Then her health broke down. Now she chooses one main goal per quarter and says no to the rest. Her results are stronger. Her life is calmer. Another story is from Mark, who took a 1-month sabbatical every year. During those breaks, he would come back with ideas that shaped his entire business. Productivity isn't about speed. It's about clarity. And sometimes, clarity only comes when you stop running and start listening. Practicing gratitude to amplify joy. Gratitude isn't just a feeling. It's a practice. Top performers use it as a daily ritual to stay grounded and happy. A CEO named Priya writes 3 things she's grateful for every morning. It sets the tone for her day. Another story is from Devin, a teacher who begins every class by asking students to name one thing they're thankful for. The energy of the room changes instantly. Gratitude turns ordinary moments into miracles. It shifts focus from what's missing to what's present. It creates resilience, attracts abundance, and protects your joy. And when you make gratitude a habit, success starts to feel a lot more fulfilling. Focusing on fulfillment, not just achievement. Achievement brings excitement. Fulfillment brings peace. High performers learn that chasing the next goal without inner meaning leads to burnout. A therapist named Jordan says the question he asks every client is, what fills your soul, not just your calendar? His most successful clients are those who chase meaning, not medals. Another story is from Tamara, who began volunteering at a shelter once a week. Though she runs a successful firm, she says those hours bring her the most fulfillment. Fulfillment comes from giving, growing, and living in alignment. You don't need to slow down, you just need to aim deeper. Creating rituals of reflection at the top of their game, many performers carve time to look inward. They journal, walk in silence, or take retreats, not for escape, but for renewal. A coach named Simon reviews each week by asking 3 questions. What gave me energy? What drained it? What I want to do differently next week? That habit keeps him aligned and evolving. Another story is from Lana, who goes away every New Year's weekend to reflect, plan, and dream. She calls it her personal board meeting. Reflection is not wasted time. It's how wisdom is born. When you stop to look back, you can move forward with intention. Building a legacy that lives beyond you eventually. High performers think beyond themselves. They begin to ask, what will I leave behind? A social entrepreneur named Rashid built a literacy program for kids in rural areas. Years later, those kids became teachers, building their own programs. His impact multiplied. Another story is from Emma, who wrote letters to her children each year about life, love, and courage. She passed away early, but those letters became her voice long after. Legacy isn't built by accident. It's built by daily choices. Who you help, what you teach, how you live. Your legacy begins today, not someday. Savoring the small moments, the little things, often hold the greatest magic. A quiet coffee, a long hug, a shared sunset. High performers often come full circle, realizing that after all the travel, the deals, the wins, it's the small, sacred moments that stay. A musician named Ben said his happiest memory wasn't the night he played for thousands, but the morning he played guitar for his daughter before school. Another story is from Sophia, who started baking bread every Sunday. It became her ritual of peace and joy. When you slow down enough to savor, you stop missing life while chasing it. And that shift can change everything. Living in alignment with core values at the center of fulfillment is alignment. High performers learn to define their values and live by them. A mentor named George has 5 values written on his wall: honesty, freedom, growth, love, and courage. Every decision must pass through those filters. Another example is from Nina, who once turned down a lucrative client because they treated her team poorly. She said, "No money is worth breaking who we are. Living in alignment brings peace, even when it costs something. It means waking up without regret. It means success on your own terms. And that is priceless. Realizing that you are already enough at the end of the journey, the greatest performers often come to the same truth. They were enough the whole time. The hustle, the striving, the proving, it all fades when they realize their worth doesn't depend on achievement. A man named Eli, after years of chasing applause, said, "The moment I stopped trying to be someone else, I found peace." Another woman, Ava, wrote this line in her journal: "I am not what I earn. I am who I love and how I live." When you know you are enough, everything changes. You create from joy, lead from love, and live without fear. You stop chasing and start being. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.